For 23 years, Claire believed her husband was the man God sent her. But when he died, he left behind something more than memories. A letter. And what was written inside that letter would shatter her world, crush her faith, and leave her questioning everything she ever believed in. This is the story of a devoted wife, a hidden truth, and the secret that changed everything. Claire Bennett had always believed in love, in faith, in the vows that said, "Till death do us part." She met Richard in college, a charming theology student with a heart for God and a smile that could melt anyone's sadness. They married young, started a small ministry together, raised 2 beautiful children. Now, she stood at his funeral, heart aching, hands trembling. And in her purse, a sealed envelope addressed to her in Richard's handwriting. It read only 4 words, "To be opened alone." She didn't open it that day. Not even that week. She wasn't ready. The weeks that followed were slow and quiet. The house felt hollow. Their ministry had paused. Friends visited, but no one could touch the silence he left behind. Every morning, she'd see the letter on her nightstand, still sealed, still haunting. Her daughter, Lila, asked, "Have you read it yet?" Claire would smile faintly and reply, "Soon." But something in her heart whispered, "Don't." It was 3 months later. Rain tapping gently against the windows. Claire couldn't sleep. She sat at the edge of her bed, staring at the envelope. She finally opened it. Inside, 2 pages. The first words made her heart drop. "Claire, if you're reading this, I'm already gone. And I need to confess something I've carried for too long." The letter continued, 20 years ago, I failed you. I failed God. I broke our vows. There was another woman. Just once. Her name was Angela. It was a mistake. A lonely night, when we had that long separation. I thought I lost you then." Claire dropped the paper. Her chest tightened. No. No, this can't be real. She forced herself to keep reading. It wasn't just the affair. There's something more. "Claire, I have a son. He's now 19. His name is Michael. I've supported him financially in secret all these years. I never stopped loving you, but I was too much of a coward to tell you the truth." Claire fell to the floor, sobbing. Not just for the betrayal, but for the lie she had lived. God, why? How could you let this happen? The man she prayed with, worshipped with, shared the pulpit with, the man who led marriage retreats and preached about faithfulness. He had lied. For 20 years. Her faith felt like glass, beautiful once, now shattered across the floor. She stopped going to church. Stopped praying. Even removed her wedding ring. 2 weeks later, there was a knock at the door. It was him. Michael. Tall, lanky. Brown eyes, just like Richard's. He spoke gently. "Mrs. Bennett. I'm sorry. I don't want anything. I needed to meet you. I needed to see the woman he talked about in his letters." Claire stared in shock. Her hands shook. He continued, "He told me you were kind. Faithful. That you made him better." Tears welled in Claire's eyes. She wanted to slam the door. But something deeper, her spirit, said, "Listen." They sat in silence for a while. Then they talked. For hours. Michael didn't come to destroy her peace. He came to understand who his father really was, and who Claire was. He told her how Richard had written him letters every birthday, paid for his education, kept track of his life, from a distance, Claire began to see the brokenness her husband carried. He wasn't perfect, but he had tried, in his own way, to take responsibility. Claire sat in her prayer room weeks later. The Bible opened to Psalm 34 verse 18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. She wept again, but this time, not from anger. From surrender. She whispered, God, I don't understand why. But I want to heal. I want to forgive. Months later, Claire returned to church. Not because the pain disappeared, but because faith doesn't require perfection, it requires honesty. Michael became part of their lives. Not to replace her children, but to remind them all that grace is greater than the past. Claire eventually told her children the truth. Hard conversations followed, but love grew stronger. Claire's story isn't one of perfect endings. It's one of pain, truth, redemption, and faith restored. She learned that even the strongest marriages can hide broken walls. That even the most righteous people can fall. But she also learned this: what the enemy meant for destruction, God can still use for healing.